Hey guys, just welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to do something perhaps a little bit different, something that's not necessarily sort of movie related. You can probably sort of tell perhaps by the title. I'm going to sort of be talking about sort of the hacking on YouTube and people sort of having to sort of, people can have their accounts deleted and the videos deleted off their accounts and stuff. A couple of weeks ago this sort of happened. There was a few videos about it, how certain YouTubers had their account closed down by a hacker or something, or someone. And then again today I've noticed some more videos. I just think I don't know. I mean, I'm not an expert at all in computer security, but I do take a bit of an interest in how it works. A very sort of amateur interest in it, and I think there's a few sort of misconceptions in some of the opinions that people have on certain things. I mean, people think that it's sort of the trolls and the people that sort of dislike certain people, certain people's channels that are sort of doing all this, but which I'm not just saying that it's not the truth. That might be the case in certain circumstances, but I think you'll find in more likely event that it's actually someone that's has nothing to do with the YouTube community. It's probably just some random person that's created a program of some sort that's found its way onto your system and has stolen your password. Then they've logged into your account and deleted videos. So it might be you have no idea who that person is. They might be they might be a totally different country in the world. There could be like a 10-year-old from China or a 40 or 50-year-old woman from Russia. You have no idea who this person is. The only real way these things can sort of happen is if you sort of, in some way, they find a way to sort of install a program on your system, which obviously sort of steals your password, or you perhaps through an email or something you sort of give out unintentionally give out your password to someone that's a bit dodgy. So I don't think it's anyone on YouTube that's sort of doing these sort of stealing of passwords. I think the main point is I think you've just got to be just sort of careful with what you do sort of online. I mean, if I had to make perhaps a few sort of suggestions on it, obviously, start with the basics. You've got to have a fairly decent sort of password and sort of change that occasionally. It doesn't need to be once a week. It can be just every few months or every 6 months, sort of thing. Again, just have perhaps some sort of antivirus type suite program. It doesn't necessarily need to be a Norton program, for $80 or $90 or something. You can get free ones off the internet. Also get real cheap ones. So if I had to make a suggestion, I use Bitdefender, which is one of the sort of the top sort of antivirus programs out there at the moment. I think I got that for like $10 off eBay. That you can just buy it off eBay, and they can send out like a box and a CD with a code and install it that way, or they can just sort of send you an email with the code in it and you download the software and away you go. Again, you can install some of the sort of any sort of malware programs, the free ones out there. You got the perhaps the official Microsoft one, which I think it's Microsoft Essential Security or something like that. I'll put links down the bottom for all these. That's sort of the official Microsoft one. And obviously, update all your software. Microsoft updates, make sure they're all done. Some other programs I perhaps suggest sort of third-party type. One called Spybot SD, which is like a sort of antivirus malware scanner. Or they've got Malwarebytes. That's another one. Install either one of those two. Just install one. Or you can install both if you want. The other program perhaps I'd suggest one called, I think it's PSI Security. It's kind of like a program that sort of does a scan of your computer and just sort of checks to make sure everything's sort of up to date, all your programs up to date, and it gives you a list of the ones that aren't sort of up to date, and it gives you links. You can sort of click on the link and download the software, and it updates for you, and then does a rescan again. And also perhaps have your Java and your Adobe Flash Player up to date. I'd also suggest perhaps going into the software for those and actually making sure the updates, it checks for updates every day. Because you find that Java and Adobe Flash are actually one of the highest security programs out there. They're not very well security proofed, basically. There are always a lot of exploits in those. that's why they're sort of always updating them all the time. Again, we just in general sort of email. If you receive an email from you know, from PayPal or YouTube asking, saying there's like a problem with your account and please change your, click on this link and, you know, please change your password, that does sound a little bit dodgy. If you get an email like that, just go directly to PayPal, type in www.paypal.com and log in that way, and, you know, check your messages in there and, you know, change it through there. Don't click on these random links in your email. So, you know, just obviously just don't download sort of cracked programs or dodgy, you know, programs from unknown sources which you don't know anything about, or even just perhaps do a scan of them. If you really need to download something like that, just download it and then run a scan on it on that file, you know. And, you know, with Facebook as well, I mean, you have these games and apps that you can install, and I think a lot of those are a bit dodgy, I think, as well. They sort of install and they ask you for, you know, your private information, click in here and log in, and, you know, that's why I don't install those, because I think they're very dodgy. I mean, if you want to perhaps play one of those games, then you can, just don't install too many of them. You can also go into your settings on Facebook, and it gives you a list of all the programs that you've sort of, you know, given access to at one point, and just delete out some of the ones that you don't use anymore. I mean, same, you know, with Macs as well. People, you know, have this misguided notion that Macs are 100% free from virus and stuff. Well, that's absolutely not true. Especially in probably the last year or two, I think there's been a bit of insurgence in that with viruses for the Macs. I mean, again, if you go to the Apple website, you can download free antivirus programs off there as well. But Macs are relatively safe. You just got to be careful especially with email. I think that's the main place where people get caught. You just got to be careful in what the emails you receive and what links you click on, and you know, and the sites you visit. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say, really. The bottom line is, it wouldn't be people on YouTube that are hacking your account. There's lots of programs out there that are just sort of, you know, crawling their way through the internet and sort of checking computers and checking ports and just trying to find a way into your system. So just, you know, have a decent sort of antivirus. Change your password occasionally, just for the sake of it. And just be very wary in emails. Just, you know, if you think something's a bit dodgy, certainly don't click on it. You know, just ignore it, or even if you just do a Google search for it. I mean, if you get these, you know, on Facebook, you get these, you know, so things that, oh, I can't believe she did that. Click here to see this amazing picture, or, you know, etc., etc. Obviously, that sounds a bit of a scam, and just sort of Google that. I mean, just type in what it says, what the tagline is, and just Google it, and perhaps with the word hack after it, and it'll give you a list of, you know, will tell you whether it's a fake site or not. There's another Facebook page, I think it's called Facecrooks or something. That's like a website that's sort of dedicated just to listing all the, you know, commonly or recent scams out there on Facebook. That gives you just sort of check for that occasionally, and will sort of tell you what's, you know, whether this is a scam or not, or, you know, etc., etc. I'll leave a link for that down below as well. If you have any questions, certainly, you know, just leave a comment down below. I'll be happy to, you know, answer them. As I sort of said before, I'm not necessarily an expert in security, but I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Yeah, so thanks for listening, and I should be making perhaps another video, perhaps, I don't know, soon, or perhaps the next few weeks, I reckon, with perhaps a update or something, DVD update or something. Yeah, so that's it. Bye.